Okay. Give me just a second. Let's turn this up a little bit. Switch my lights to a more pleasant colour. Okay, so I have had a hell of a week. Combination of things: work, graduation. My partner came down to visit for a couple of days. Met up with some friends. Had my partner meet my family. And yeah, it's been a lot. So I am trying to, well, at least trying the best I can to defuse, and just try and relax for a bit. So what I figured I'd do, at least to start with, is play a bit of the first Toree game that I mentioned having tried out a little bit, but I checked my Steam time for it, my Steam length time, or play time, and it turns out I've only played it for about 3 minutes. So I think what must have happened is I started playing the game, didn't like what I saw, and then left. But after streaming the sequel to this, and finding out that I actually did enjoy it quite a lot, obviously I was too hard on it the first time, and I think it's just, vibrant, cute, and I think the right thing I need for a Friday evening. So I'll stream this for about 45 minutes or so, as I have been for the other streams, and then, I don't know, I might just smoke or something afterwards. So yeah, either that or I'll do one that's a little bit more long form, and we'll do multiple different games, potentially. But I'll see how I feel. Okay, alright, let's get into it. Yeah, nice, so it's the same sort of strategy. Yeah, so I got a C that time. May as well continue. It's that guy again. Also, you can play this with the controller, so maybe play a little better if I have the controller. This is just going to be more of the same thing that you've seen already. But I don't think that's a problem because it's my stream and I'm doing it for fun and I'll play what I want. And if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If not, plenty of other people with a higher production quality than me who are probably playing games that are more interesting. I mean, I would disagree with that sentiment, at least the second part. But, to each their own. I think I'll end up playing this a little better now, purely because I have the experience of the other game. Doubt the mechanics would have changed much. Also, I'm gradually learning what I should add to these streams to, make it a better experience to watch. If anyone does watch these and feels like there's something I could do that would make it better, please just leave a comment, either whenever you watch it or months later. I'll probably still be around, so yeah. I remember looking at the store page for Toree 2, about how they basically took all the things that people liked about this and then removed the tedium. So I think maybe this one might be a little more tedious or slower going than the second game. But we'll see. That's a close one. Well, that one wasn't a close one, that was my own stupid mistake. Actually, it does remind me, I have very quiet peripherals, so my keyboard's meant to be like a silent one, and even the mouse is also meant to be quite silent, but I'm not really using the mouse for this. So if there's like clicking, I'll check back the stream after I'm done, but if there's clicking, I'll find a way to resolve that while still having my audio kind of audible, I guess. I like this map already. At least I like the audio. Yeah, this day's been super hard day, week, to be exhausting. Basically haven't stopped. The night of my graduation, obviously I did a stream because I couldn't sleep. So anyone that watches Livestream 2 will know about that. Hey, shit. Oh god, this is quite finicky, okay. But yeah, anyone that's watched Livestream 2 will know about that, and I did manage to get some sleep across the day. It was much needed. And yeah, I mean, I feel like nothing ever really stops in my life. Like, there's just not a point that feels like true rest, even something like this. Like, there's some kind of drive to do it. It's not necessarily to recover. Like, I enjoy doing it, but like in the same way that I would enjoy like my studies or a job I'm passionate about. But I don't know, there's just a very different feeling. It's like a feeling of incessance. I don't know how I didn't get at least a B for that one. But yeah, there's like a feeling of incessance, and I don't know, it's something everyone experiences, because if so, that sucks. I'm just gonna have to put up with it. Just find it very difficult to switch my head off for just a little bit. And that's not like a brag or anything, I'm not one of those grind set people, but you know, I'll probably not like it. Yeah. I think these I think these kind of like late night stream ramblings are gonna be pretty characteristic of this channel from now on, just because in a way it's kind of therapeutic. They'll probably become more confessional over time as well, so look forward to that, I guess. Well, but yeah, I don't know how long I'll do this for. Whether it's just to like, well, I need to pinpoint whether it's to buy time, or like spend time, or like when I add stuff to my YouTube channel now, like this used to not be the case whatsoever, but it feels more like almost made a mistake there. It feels almost like archival. Like I'm doing these streams and uploading videos of random projects I work on for posterity. Not for any like other goal in mind, but just, I don't know. I just want like a nice record of it somewhere that's a little bit more permanent than you know, my hard drive might be. Whoa, Jesus, slow down. Just need that last one. Okay. Okay, there we go. I was about to say I didn't like this map because it wasn't really going fast enough, but I quite like it again now. It's, okay, interesting. That's a bold move. Anyway, I think like now that I'm done with university, at least for now, like I want to go back and do, you know, the whole route, doctorate and masters and whatnot. Obviously not in that order. I don't know, now I'm just kind of in employment, and it's employment and education, but yeah, I don't know, I feel like my heart just kind of lies in academia anyway. It seems to be something that, like, I'm okay in. It gives me some kind of personal meaning. I can't imagine myself being in my line of work forever, even though it's very, you know, it's constructive, it's very positive work. I don't know, I just don't picture myself doing it like 5 years down the line. 2, maybe 3 years, maybe even 4, but I don't know, after the 5-year mark, so I'd be what, like, turning 26, I just don't picture myself doing it. Interesting change of tone. I really appreciate the creativity for the mechanics in this game as well, given that, like, the company that made this have done loads of these sort of collectathon style games, and they all have different vibes to them obviously, but like, they must be pretty quick to make. Like, you have the assets ready, and you know, like, it doesn't take long to make these if you have everything prepped for it. It feels very much like a cut and paste sort of endeavor, but you know, I do appreciate like at least some heart that goes into it. It's not like lazy work, you know. I'm missing a significant amount of stars. What is this? Odd, okay. Well, we'll come back to that, I suppose. We'll just get through these. I did miss like a portion of the map then, I suppose. Yeah, like it is clearly using a lot of the... Bro, shut up. There we go. Is using a lot of the same assets, I suppose, but you know, no harm in that. If you make new stuff with it, and players are happy. And also, oh shit, okay. This was made with Unity, so I can kind of forgive the asset usage. And these games are very cheap, so I would argue you get more out of it than you pay, so I don't think there's anything like wrong with this sort of game. Otherwise I wouldn't be playing it. Also, I kind of worry that like I don't suit particular roles. Like I don't mean necessarily in like an imposter syndrome sense either. I just mean like I don't feel like I would be very characteristic stream. Like my voice is kind of monotonous and like I drone on, and I know everyone kind of has an audience if they are good at something, but like, there's always someone out there that will enjoy what you make. Oh shit. But like, I don't know. I feel like having something, like having a problem with the way that you are, or like something that's like contrary to convention when it comes to something like streaming or like performing, doesn't do you any favors, unfortunately. It would be nice if there was a little bit more variety, but there is obviously a way to garner attention that is very manufactured. I mean, you can just look at people like not to name call obviously, but like Mr. Beast, people like that, who know exactly what they need to do down to like how the thumbnail should look, what colours should be used, how long a particular scene should last. They have it down to a almost literal science in order to get the most attention out of their fan base as humanly possible. I think it's quite difficult to kind of break that meta, as it were. Like it's a tried and tested technique, so why change it? Oh, you fucking... It's fine, I'm willing to take a fall for that. But yeah, there are intuitive ways of succeeding in a given area, and the way that the world is arranged means that like having a novel approach to something is very high risk and potentially very low reward, to the point where it might not even be worth it. Sorry, let me just focus on that. Okay. Fuck's sake. But yeah, there are instances where it's just not worth trying something new, having a new approach to something, which is a real shame, because I think there should be new approaches to basically every field of work, every hobby, passion, whatever you want to call it. So, I don't know, I have strong feelings about it. I think it's a shame that there's no real room for lateral thinking, especially not anymore in a world that has everything highly curated for you, and in a very impartial way too. Like, when's the last time that you were actively sought something out that wasn't kind of provided or suggested to you by some means, be that an algorithm or word of mouth or something like that? Like, when's the last time you discovered something for yourself? I guess that's my main point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, we're getting into a philosophical territory with this, but it's kind of my bag, so I'm not bothered by that. But yeah, I think there's a big issue, and like, obviously I could go into the whole kind of attention deficit situation that a lot of people claim that we're having at the moment, but I think it's less about attention span and more the ease with which content is kind of given to people now. Like, chances are people are going to discover this not through searching up live streams for Toree 3D, but through recommendations by this like omniscient algorithm. It says, oh, you like cutesy platformer type games, you like live streams, you like slightly unconventional content, none of which like you have sought out yourself, but we have also provided you. So we're going to refine our search even further and give you almost precisely what your chemicals in your brain are demanding you have. And I don't mean to sound so cynical when I say that, because I do think it's a problem that can be fixed. Absolutely. It's just something that... I'm just going further away. No, okay, come back now. It just comes down to being mindful about what you take in, especially online. Oh shit. Over here again. Yeah, like, this whole idea of mindful consumption isn't new, and I'm making no claim to be like a novel thinker as far as that goes. I'm just saying that the people that think that are right, people more qualified than I am, obviously, but yeah. I think that having perfectly curated content for every need is a dangerous thing, and it, to be honest, I don't think it should exist. Oh, thank God. Okay. I think maybe that's what like my views on that have kind of started blooming over the years, and that's kind of manifested in me doing this now, picking games where I'm not pressured to like get achievements to show on my Steam page or anything like that, or like, streaming with any particular audience or notion of fame in mind, or yeah. I think that's what the mindfulness is important anyway. Well, that was a lot shorter of a game. I guess there wasn't a boss fight. And the maps weren't super elaborate. But I enjoyed that. I don't know if there's any bonus content or anything, but we'll see. I kinda don't want to do that. What the fuck? I don't want to do that last level, if I'm being completely honest. And there's not really anything that's given to me for that. There I go, talking about that kind of consumption mindset again. Yeah, I suppose it's fine that this was a semi-quick stream. We'll see how long it is once I stop it, but yeah. Again, thank you all for listening to me ramble, but basically that entire time. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be up, but I did have some decent amount of sleep last night. I slept for about 10 hours with my partner, which was nice. Obviously I saw her off today, which is why I'm streaming now, and I do miss her, but we're moving in together in September, so that's kind of pushing me through whatever kind of negative feelings I have at any given time, if I'm being quite honest. Look at these live streams becoming almost like a confessional to an audience that doesn't exist. Well, it doesn't exist yet, I guess. There's always, if this is an archive, always a possibility that there is an audience, just later in time. So, I guess, thank you for watching, future audience. Present audience, if you are there. Past audience, if you were there. Very Truman Show-esque outro. And yeah, I'll probably stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'll stream. Maybe I'll do something a little bit more involved, like these games are kind of linear. I'll do something that's still a little bit like niche. I don't know if these games are niche actually, but I'll do something that's not super like tens of thousands of people streaming them with tens of thousands of viewers a piece. I'll pick something interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow, or like you will see me or hear me. Yeah, alright, bye guys.